think it's a super.
Oh,
wave
this
deck.
is the
But it's
PK
banned.
Phil win.
But it's Bant. It's a Bant. This is a Bant deck. This is a
Bant.
Bant survival. I'm going to call this Bant survival because that is the cards that I saw when I looked at this earlier.
Awesome.
And then we can look at the list, and if things change, we can change that up. And also, it's called Treva survival. Well, we have the right. You gotta have the right nomenclature, right? And we are in round 5.
For the modern peoples that are out there.
And I think we're gonna have Noah swap in here for
Yep.
Will.
I have been told that I am going back to the trenches. All right. We hand it over to the esteemed Noah.
We're just humming right along here.
This tournament is blazing. This tournament is going through a nice clip.
So we are, and this game is already kicked off here. So Ben Graham on, I believe, Treva survival as well. I think.
Yeah, it's super wave-ish.
Does it have this? Does it have the wave in there?
No, but it's got like a lot of the same structure, like backbone of those decks. It's like it's playing Monk Realist, I think, and
Yeah, it's playing. It's a bad survival deck. So this is a deck that became popular in the lead up to Lobster-Con of last year. But this deck is interesting because do you see that blue spell that's in Ben's hand?
is that fact or fiction
That is
in my
fact or-
survival deck?
Fact or fiction in my survival.
That
So
might get me to play a survival deck.
I think Ben has been has a bit of a homebrew survival list. It's kind of nice.
We do have a very interesting top tournament structure here where every 3-1 has to play because there's 9 3-1s. So not a lot of draws. We're going to get to see. I know Ben is fighting for his life right now at 2-1-1. So
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Sylvan Library probably a very, very, very strong card here. In all of these control decks where they're not going to be pressuring your life total, this just reads getting to draw 3 very early and filter your draws later in the game. Also, notably familiar as a very interesting card.
Sunscape Familiar.
Yeah.
That card is really interesting here. Yeah, this is the deck touching mirror that Luke dreams of.
Both players are touching their deck a lot in this particular matchup.
Yeah, Sunscape Familiar is really interesting. So, being a survival deck, it does make your survival cheaper. It makes most of your creatures cheaper. Mm-hmm. And we're gonna see that Sunscape Familiar get run out here? Question mark.
I think it's the kind of card that I want to play as soon as possible.
But Sunscape Familiar, Sylvan Library. This is a really interesting list from Ben here.
Looks like Jordan opts not to counter this particular spell. Imagine casting one of the draw spells end of turn.
Yeah. Casting AK. 'Cause I think Jordan's on no impulses.
Seal of Cleansing, all-time card. Probably needs to wait. Now that this Sylvan's already gotten a card, I'm very wanting to wait for this to yop a survival or something.
Yeah, survival's a more important card than Sylvan Library at this point in the game.
It's the kind of card I'm very happy to disenchant if it hasn't had a trigger yet, but once my opponent's kind of cashed in that additional card, I am very not wanting to invest into pushing against that card.
Yeah, I think that ends up being a very contextual decision.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's part of what makes Modern so great.
Jordan certainly doesn't like keeping it in play, but this will generate a finite number of cards, whereas Survival with a Squeak can generate an infinite number of cards.
I wonder if Jordan is ready for this Fact or Fiction recast. Ben just gonna pass here.
Is there a reason to potentially cast this FOF in our main phase?
Yeah, that's my thinking. If I were in Ben's state, I would do that. because I think Jordan's eyes are gonna bulge out of his skull when he sees a factory fiction out of the survival
And then he's
deck.
going to shove the mana leak into it as quickly
Right,
as
but
possible.
last turn that wasn't possible.
No, certainly not.
So that's-
That's the really interesting thing is, like, other than Force Spike, maybe, like, the number of 1-mana counters in pre-modern is a lot lower compared to pre-board is a lot lower compared to other Eternal formats.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like there's Spell Pierce and there's Flusterstorm.
Yeah,
and then there's everything else.
And then there's everything else.
Yeah, it's like 1-mana counter spells is a design space that Wizards has generally shied away from, and with good reason.
Since the Squadron Hawk era, they realized that having Spell Pierce, especially in standard legal formats, is not where they want to be.
I mean, Spell Pierce is legal in standard right now.
Oh God. Okay.
It's printed in Aether Drift.
Is it playable?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's-
good.
It's a played card. Yeah, Spell Pierce is just nice.
But they don't want anything more powerful than Spell
okay, we're gonna
Pierce.
see the end step factor fiction,
Counter it so fast my finger bleeds.
and I think I don't.
I also really want to cash in this
does
mana
make
leak here.
right, and this does make Jordan think. I think pretty hard too, because
His mana is structurally kind of like fucked up here, though.
it's okay. I mean, because you have going for the seal in response on the Sylvan Library is interesting. Oh, great, and Spell Snares.
Oh, and Spell Snares coming
Spell
back?
Snares is pretty good.
All-timer.
I love Spell Snare. That's actually probably my favorite counter spell ever.
Spell Snare? Yeah. It's certainly a sweet one.
Counterspell that benefits you for being on the draw.
I think I'm
so
forever
in.
going to be on Force of Will as my favorite counter spell.
Yeah,
but
forces is a nice. It's the balancing factor.
Also, we're
of survival.
0-0, right? We should update that.
Yeah, I can update the wins losses. Yeah, I think you're in basically no position to criticize my handling of the maintenance of this screen, considering you refused to update it during the quarterfinals or finals.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Last round. But important to have accurate
I was
information.
asking, do you want to?
Of course, I want to have accurate information.
Yeah, for the record, I failed to update it during the finals. Because we were almost done, folks. The beers were flowing.
The beers will be flowing again, I think.
Yeah.
We're very close to that. Let's see, how many folks do we have? So we still have 11 folks joining us.
Thanks for attending the whole stream, Waddledy Plays. We really appreciate it. It's been cool having you here the whole day with us. And I say this genuinely, Fritz and I miss you very much.
Luke, you got to come up here. You got to be up here. We got to see you again.
We got to see you up here more often. Got to come back. Luke, #1 fan of the stream and great friend of ours. This Wrath of God is quite brutal.
This is a casual 3-for-1. Yeah, the Wrath of God is such a powerful tool against these creature heavy decks. Is that an Anurid Brushhopper?
I don't believe so. February Monthly, that is a good question. February Monthly is on Valentine's Day next month. I think it's the 14th? It's either the 13th or the 14th.
That makes sense because this month is ending on a Friday. So we have Wrath of God just cleaning house here.
What is that enchantment?
Is that Hunting Grounds? Yeah, I think that's Hunting Grounds. Let's take a look at Ben's list. I think that's Hunting Grounds. So Ben's deck list.
Luke, Fritz, and I will be your platonic Valentine.
Non-platonic Valentine. Oh, what is this? Kind of a threshold deck? Yeah, so this is Hunting Grounds. So for those of you not familiar with this card, Hunting Grounds is an enchantment for green and white. It has no text unless you have Threshold. But if you do have Threshold, Hunting Grounds has whatever opponent casts a spell, you put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. And so
what are we shoving into play here?
Phantom Neshoba.
One copy of Phantom Neshoba.
Karmic Guide.
One Karmic Guide.
And
one
then
Arrogant Worm.
One Arrogant Worm.
This is super sweet. Do we have anything post-board to put in?
One copy of Meddling Mage.
One Meddling Mage, one Trike.
One Trike.
I don't know if this sideboard is... I don't know if the 75 is deranged or genius. I mean, this looks like... Every card seems really specifically outlined.
I I'm intrigued by this list.
This is really interesting.
I also want to note there's 3 copies of Swords of Plowshares in the 75. This is somewhere between. Yeah, I mean this is somewhere between Genius new Bant survival build and binder deck.
We see second Factor Fiction from Ben's side. Are you firing off this Mana Leak?
How many cards does Ben have? 2? Yeah, I'm firing off Mana Leak. Yeah.
Flutter your spell away.
And just gonna go to Ben's turn.
Untap. Oh, and he Hunting Grounds Wonder into play.
Oh, sure.
Sick. I was like, what's going on here? Oh, that's so sweet.
It's an interesting Hunting Grounds deck. I'm trying to figure out like what the thing you're supposed to do with Hunting Grounds is.
Forest Plow is a little bit of a rough hand for Ben, but I think Jordan's in a pretty commanding spot here to start generating more advantage. Jordan decides to kill Hunting Grounds.
I think there's a good reason to kill Hunting Grounds. That card's a little scary. Imagine they put a Multani in play.
Yeah, then you die.
Wonder on the board, no Island in play.
All right. Do we see Elephant coming out?
We're always going to see Elephant come out.
3/3.
Who up Colin they heard?
We see a Foff in response. Jordan with the 4-land decree.
Yeah, Jordan's been hitting these interesting Foff rips today on coverage.
I really like take 4 lands here, but
yeah,
a little unfortunate. Oh.
And where's our elephant token?
There are 2 elephants in there.
Find the elephants. There's elephants. Elephant number 1. And we're gonna
grab our second one in preparation.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna see a pass of the turn here from Ben.
Yeah, these factories are really keeping these elephants down, though. And I know that Jordan has another plow in hand to handle this wonder once his life total gets low enough, but the elephants attacking in, there's not a lot you can do. Of course, Ben has a plow of his own, but certainly a little bit scary for Jordan. All right, so oh, this is going to be a blowout.
See plowshares in the factory.
One of the plows has one of the factories has summoning sickness. He can't block at all.
Can't block, but can't block favorably. Yep. And so not blocking, taking 5. Or wait, one factory has been activated.
They've both been activated.
They've both been activated.
He just moved it away from the red zone as opting not to block.
Then we see the plowshares on the elephant token.
Yep.
And then taking 2. So that, yep. It's notable that Ben has dealt themselves a tremendous amount of damage in this game
with their Yavimaya Coast.
Yeah, and it might be possible for Jordan to end up in a situation where they can be the beatdown.
Not a bad draw from Jordan with second factory or third factory.
Third factory, yep.
Notably, as long as factory isn't a creature, the way summoning sickness will work here is he can make that factory a 4/4 as long as he doesn't activate the summoning sick factory. So
exactly.
We do get lava axe lands. That's true. That's true, Luke. Oh, incredible draw from Ben. Incredible draw.
His hand is squeeze survival. Combo assembled. Just need to find a spot to resolve it. And, you're pretty likely to. So I think if I'm in Ben's seat, I think it's time to shove.
Oh, for sure.
The question is, what do you cast with your? What do you go and fetch with your follow up to cast?
I want
Glory?
Arrogant Worm,
Arrogant Worm sounds like a good one.
because this is survival.
Yep.
I didn't catch what Jordan's newest card in hand is.
Counter check. This is just a counter spell check. Results.
Oh, sorry. I thought we had one more mana than we do. I don't get Arrogant Worm. I probably get... I'm really open to Wall of Roots here.
I think
I'm
Wall of
also
Roots is super broken.
I'm also a mana source away from... Oh, I get Wall of Roots, and then I'm Phantom Nishobaing next turn if I draw a land.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Karmic Guide is... Oh, next turn we could pitch Squee for Nishoba, pitch Nishoba for Karmic Guide, get back Nishoba.
Yeah.
Very, very live.
I think it's very... Yeah. I don't think you have to get too fancy at this point in the game. Gonna go find the Wall of Roots.
Great choice from Ben. Definitely prioritizing the mana.
As you should. And also, insulating you against, the potential wrath of God out of Jordan. Is that a decree? I think that was a decree that was just drawn.
Oh, that decree is crazy here.
Yeah,
'Cause I think
you're
that's
in angel mode here.
That's the 10th mana source. You
Yeah.
can make 3 4/4s.
Ninth mana.
Ninth mana
Ninth
source.
mana
So you can
source.
make 2 4/4s.
2 4/4s is still dominating on this board.
It blocks forever.
And, well, Jordan doesn't know this. Ben's deck is not really that well equipped at handling 2 4/4s. One thing I will note, though, is that Ben can go and get Glory and pitch it. So for those of you not familiar with Glory, Glory has an activated ability that can be activated in the graveyard, a la all of the other cards in the
Like
incarnation
Wonder
cycle.
and
Yeah, but
Genesis.
this one's an activated ability. But that activated ability is pay 1 and 2 and a white. Creatures you control get protection with the color of your choice until end of turn. And that color can just be white.
Can't just be white. It looks like Jordan passing. It seems like Jordan's confident in his capacity to not lose here, to kind of stave off aggression, and hoping to cycle Decree end of turn. It's curious though. Jordan is in a really interesting spot.
100%. But Glory is pretty concerning, especially with these flyers.
Mm-hmm.
In particular, because what Glory does is blank the card sources Plowshares right now, just by being in Ben's deck.
And notably, there's not a point when the control player here gets priority, such that they can not have Glory in the yard and activate it when they want it to.
They have to respond to the
They
survival.
have to respond to survival that would get Glory.
Yes.
But once Glory is in their hand, it's all over. It looks like Ben is instead opting to move the game along a little bit faster.
Yep.
Tap these a little bit.
This Nishoba
Phantom
is
Nishoba.
pretty hard to contest here.
Tide is not looking very good into Nishoba.
No, yeah, do whatever you want with my lands. And we got a decree. We've got a decree here. Are we hard cat? Is this at the end step? We're cycling.
Cycling Decree for 4, it looks like.
Yep, decree. For
Oh, he's decreeing for 4 in response to Nishoba.
Yep.
To try and hit a counter spell.
Yep.
Very reasonable. Just flip a few over. Or put a die.
Let's see if our players can figure this out. Jordan is opting to go to the
to their own token.
go to the box and get.
We got Kai Buddha
Okay,
coming out. Kai
all right.
Buddha known 1/1.
I'm in full support of this. 4 Kais and a card, and we're gonna see what that card is. Card is not a counterspell.
Card is not a counter spell. Jordan hitting all of his land drops.
As you want to do with this with these control decks. And there's Wrath.
Wrath of God, an incredible draw for Jordan here. He's still got to deal with this squeeze. We see beatdowns, though.
Ben is at 7. 7 is a low live total.
So he's now at 3.
Mm-hmm. I imagine what we're going to see here is...
Get Karmic Guide, get back Nishoba,
Yep.
but... I mean, Ben is not out of it yet. Second Wrath would do it.
I mean, neither is third Wrath. Remember,
Or
there's
third-
already been a Wrath
third-
cast.
third-
I don't think there's a third Wrath in Jordan's deck.
But
Not in the main deck.
depending on the line gone for here. All right, gets Arrogant Worm.
Okay.
A card Jordan would never put in his deck, but would never be more happy to see the card Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
Oh, and oh shit. Ben tapped Yavamayakos to cast the worm. So Ben's at 2. If Jordan draws Chain of Vapor here, Ben is gone.
Yeah, and if they draw... or Plowshares.
Or Plow, yeah. And there's the Plow.
That's Plow.
Incredible game from both sides. Lots of back and forth, but looks like it is Jordan's to lose now as long as he doesn't miss the line. He passes?
Interesting.
Jordan passes.
I wonder if he saw the attack here. It's also possible that Jordan has another decree in hand, in which case that would just lock things up anyway.
Yeah. Jordan just saying, I don't care.
Going for the Plow on the Arrogant Worm.
Plow Arrogant Worm.
So both players on 6 life. Ben fetching. Oh, I think Ben missed the interaction with Glory there. Ben could have fetched the Glory into the bin in response to this Plow to give the Arrogant Worm for a white. But there's Karmic Guide. Actually, given that, neither Chain nor Plow are outs because of the possibility, because you can put Glory into the bin and then give it protection from blue or protection from white.
Sure, assuming that Ben saw that.
I mean, everything requires players
but
seeing the lines.
The thing I was demonstrating, though, was that clearly Ben missed it when it involved the Plow earlier this turn.
But the game continues. So we're going to see a Karmic Guide getting back to the Nishoba. So now Ben with a commanding board presence. And then another pitch.
Pitching familiar, probably getting birds.
Yep, casting birds for another painless source of mana. And we'll see what Jordan draws. And Ben gets it. That was a very back and forth game.
That was so much back and forth. An unfortunate miss of lethal from Jordan, but we're gonna move into game 2. Sideboarding. I think Phyrexian Furnaces are gonna come in for Jordan. I think we're gonna see. Is there a third Wrath in the board?
There's a third Wrath in the board. Yep.
Definitely gonna see that one come in.
Any other cards you like? We were talking about Last Breath last time.
Last Breath is marginal, but I think probably
A null? Do you want a null?
I absolutely want a null. A null in these blue decks is the most important card because the entire match revolves around survival of the fittest.
And what cards are you looking to get out of your deck? Do you want to still have?
I think Mana Leak is a lot weaker.
Yep, I can definitely see boarding out Mana Leaks.
I think maybe 2 annuls instead of all 3, and you can trim.
How do you feel about trimming on
seals.
Tide? How impactful is Tide in these matchups?
I like.
Because sometimes you do Wrath plus Tide, and then then your opponent's truly on 0.
I really don't like the card Decree of Justice. If there's any card I'm trimming in this matchup, I think it's Decree.
Sure, and because your plan is just to win with Mishra's Factories.
Mishra's Factories, like you only need the one to get there, and like you're furnacing enough such that you can prevent them. It's possible that you need 1 Decree, but I don't know that I want more than that. Making a bunch of angels does win the game.
All right, I'll be back in just a moment.
You getting beer?
Yeah, do you want something?
Can I have a Gozo?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. Fritz coming in clutch, getting us both beer in between during sideboarding. That's why he's the GOAT. Luke, I think you are showing my hand a little bit. I don't really like the card Decree of Justice. Is this the second or the third time we've seen Jordan on camera today? I don't remember. In any case, Luke, I gotta tell you, I think that the card Decree of Justice is a little washed. I think in the current version of the pre-modern format, it's not what we need it to be, for better or for worse. I think that's my opinion. But doesn't matter what my opinion is. What matters is the matchup. Looks like Ben has brought in a bunch of kind of anti-blue, generic anti-blue cards, including Carpet of Flowers. Interesting thing about Carpet against Blue-White Tide is it's going to generate a lot less mana than it's going to in most of the other kind of mono blue tide decks, because Jordan's deck only plays 7 copies of the card Island, opting for the full 4 Coastal Tower. Jordan having no fear tapping out, playing a tap land on turn 1. I think only 7 basic islands. Certainly, Carpet is still a card you're thinking about boarding in, and you don't know the exact list, but it's not going to be as high leverage as the card is in some of these other spots. Folks in chat, who do you think is favored post board? Luke, someone should put Opal Wave in these Blue-White Tide decks. Yeah, I wonder if someone has won a Mogg event with Opal Wave in these Blue-White Tide decks. Do you know anyone, Luke, who's done that? Hammy Bone, I'm gonna be real with you. I want survival if I'm Jordan. I want survival to be in play for exactly 0 turns. Oh, we got Flip Table in chat. Shout out to Flip Table Games in Stoughton, Wisconsin, one of the pre-modern shops in the South Wisconsin area. We love those guys out there. Big shout out for y'all. All right. Time to resolve mulligans. We have Ben on 6, and it looks like Jordan has landed on 6 as well. We see Gold Border, Windswept Heath into Birds of Paradise after... How does Jordan have a land in play? Oh, it's because we did not update the game count, and I was confused. I'm not drunk, I'm just silly. Alright, that should be fixed now. Jordan holding up blue. We got a big squad from Stoughton, some of our Mogg Squad sister crew. We are back with beer from my friend Fritz Hoffman. Thank you for beer, Fritz. Prost.
Prosit.
Ben with the ideal draw of turn 1 birds. Jordan holding up blue for counterspell. I imagine, like, if I have a hand with early tide in this matchup, I'm trying to put it into play as quickly as possible. And then otherwise, have to, like, Tide is one of those interesting decks that kind of has a Gear 1. Arid Brushhopper, horrible nightmare for the control deck. I mean, I can see firing off a counterspell for this. It's just a
easily.
threat that you can never remove.
Yeah, it just allows Ben to put Jordan in just these horribly awkward spots where, like, Wrath of God doesn't do what you expect, or Plowshares doesn't actually trade with a threat, and just it's just like a very frustrating card to play against.
I realized that I missed this update because this was 1-0 for a while from the previous match, I think.
No, I just updated the wrong. I think it may have just updated the right category. Cause I updated when I left.
Gotcha. Apologies.
This is game 2. Yep.
Yes, this is game 2, and Jordan did not win the last one.
Yeah, Ben is up a game. Yeah, last game was game 1 was a real slugfest.
Important note, and Jordan has not seen any counter magic despite there being this being a blue mirror.
And there's Factor Fiction.
Factor Fiction.
Revealing Factor Fiction.
Revealing Factor Fiction.
Carpet of Flowers.
So I was talking about Carpet. It's not nearly as good here as it is against Mono Blue Tide because the total number of islands that Jordan is playing is only 7.
True. So it's just
and so, like,
it's a Birds of Paradise.
It's gonna generate like some amount of mana, but it's not gonna be this massive like 3 or 4 mana every turn that you get out of the Blue Tide decks.
One thing I like about Carpet of Flowers here, though, is that it further diversifies your mana sources. Like when you're playing a survival-based deck, you have a mixture of land mana sources and creature mana sources. And now, if you have enchantment mana sources, that just gives you yet another way of producing mana to pump it into your tides and other cards that can't be removed by
You need creature
Wrath of
removal
God.
or Wrath of God, and you need Tide, and you need enchantment removal.
Yeah. So I think it's reasonable to bring in. I think it offers certain. I think there's certain advantages. Ben's deck is really wild to me. There's a lot of interesting choices here, including like one of Meddling Mages, which otherwise, if I'm playing against any survival deck worth its salt, I'm expecting to play against a big pile of Meddling Mages post board. Another reason, as you were saying, to run out Tide as soon as you can. It's just that you're just expecting your opponent to play a Meddling Mage.
Oh no, Jordan's on 0 Meddling Mage.
Well, Jordan's on 0 Meddling Mage. Ben is on 1.
But it's on 1 Meddling Mage.
1 Meddling Mage. 1 Meddling Mage is not a number you see very often.
No. I like the number 3 or 4 typically, but in a survival deck, definitely a viable option. Ben with banger of all time Hunting Grounds.
Hunting Grounds with Threshold.
With Threshold already.
Counter this.
That's the other thing that's crazy about Hunting Grounds is with Tide, it even after they resolve Tide, you get one more permanent to put into play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and usually having a permanent play against Tide is how you win against Tide.
Yeah.
And if that permanent's Phantom Nishoba, then
the
game is over.
I hope you have Swords to Plowshares.
Yeah, the game can very well be over. I'm actually kind of a fan of this Hunting Grounds tech. I think there's some things around the margins with the deck that I think could be
refined, but this is a banger list for sure.
I like this. Yeah, threshold survival. Maybe you just play a bunch of one-ups to figure out what you like and what you don't like. That's the way to do it. There's a Carpet of Flowers. Holy Mother is sequencing Batman.
Luke, you like 0 mages? Are you an anti-meddling mage gamer? What do you have against Chris Pakula?
Been tricked into playing 3, and that's because you should have been playing 4. I do like Melee Mage. I think
It's
it's not a card you want every matchup. There are some matchups where it's like actively not very good.
And there's even some like flavors of blue white where it's not that great. Like
It's not a card you want against the survival decks. I can tell you that much. Like sometimes you feel like, oh, I got a Meddling Mage named Survival, but then your opponent plays a Wall of Blossoms, and you're like, what am I doing with my life?
fact or fiction.
So you got dueling fact or fictions.
Oh, AK Decree Tide. This is a much better fact or fiction for Jordan.
This is a
after
good
after
Good
casting
pop.
the third one on camera, he deserves it. He's got a good one.
This is his fourth FOF on camera.
This is his fourth, and 3 of them were bad.
2 of them were bad. 2 of them were bad, and this is the second good one.
The second good one? All right.
No. Yeah, there's actually
I
no.
didn't think there was a good fact or fiction for Jordan yet.
That humility factor fiction was brutal in round 2.
Decree AK Adakar Wastes.
Love it. I love having 3 cards from my deck in my hand. That sounds like a wonderful.
I like 4 mana, draw 3 at instant speed in general.
Yeah, I'm totally in for that. Luke, being a 2/2
Is how Blue White Blessing goes the distance in post board games.
It's how every like horrible combo deck that you don't expect to play creatures just goes that like deals you 20 damages because it's a 2/2 and you're like, oh they won't have creatures. If you were like, oh, being a 2/2 isn't important, check out my Alurin games, or check out the Bant Alurin deck, which many people are saying bad deck. People shouldn't play it.
Many people are saying this. They might be right.
They might be right. They might be wrong. There's
might be wrong.
a Alurin deck that's you'll be seeing in top 8.
Do we did one
potentially in top
Alurin
8.
player potentially?
There's
make
a
top
301. There's a 301 Alurin player right now.
8? Oh, sweet. Today I'll have to use my AK.
Casting AK.
It was a good day. Ben, thinking, I have so much mana, what do I do with it? What do I do with my mana?
What does one do with mana and a survival of the fittest? It's a hard question to answer.
It seems like a really difficult question.
Yeah, when your deck is full of like, when your deck has like, not Tempting Worm. What's the other one? Arrogant Worm. When you have Arrogant Worm, you do have to do that math. Can I get up a card? Which squeak on the bob am I going to find? Mm-hmm. Also, there's the
That's
math.
certainly step one, but there's a lot of like different paths we can go here.
Yeah.
We can Monk Realist back for our hunting grounds. We can try and get Glory and start beating down. We can.
Monk Realist is the one that destroys an enchantment.
Oh, destroys an enchantment.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So there's no way
What's the recurrent enchantment?
There's
one?
2 of them. There's Monk Idealist.
Okay.
And there's Oromancer.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, there's been some interesting plans here. There's nothing like that goes super over the top though. Is the issue?
Furnace hunting down your squee is going to be super helpful.
Is there an Uktabi in the side?
One Uktabi in the board.
We'll see if that Uktabi came in.
Oh, we see.
Discarding.
Discard Arrogant Worm. Play it for 2 because of my familiar. What a banger!
That's pretty banger. I also want to note that in 2015 this didn't work this way because Madness had a templating change.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, you used to discard it to your graveyard, and then it would exile it from your graveyard, and you could cast it for its Madness cost. But with the release of Shadows of Innistrad, they changed the templating of Madness so that instead of discarding it to your graveyard and then exiling the card, you would discard the card directly into exile and then cast it.
Gotcha. And notably, it is still a triggered ability though that
Yeah,
you
of
can
course.
counter.
It's still a triggered ability. Like the Madness ability is still a triggered ability. It just changed what zone it moved to.
Yeah.
Before the triggered ability resulted, you could cast it.
Because you used to be able to exile the card in their graveyard before the Madness trigger resolved to prevent it from resolving.
Correct. Yeah, and that would be an available play here, but but we were in 2025, and yeah, Ben is just comfortable trading this squee for that furnace activation. But there's Glory, and this Glory is actually kind of horrifying.
Yeah,
We didn't see this at all in Game 1. I think Glory was not turned face up in Game 1.
No, Glory just getting to untap, give protection to the whole team for 3 mana every turn is going to really give Jordan some difficulties here. The mana base for this is also super well designed. Instead of loading up on pain lands, Ben is acknowledging that he has to get the lands in play for Glory and Wonder.
Yeah.
And so he's playing 8 fetch lands and more gold mana base than one might first assume.
Yeah, 1 Gemstone Mine in a survival deck. Only 20 lands, too, is the other thing.
1 City of Brass is also making a statement here.
Yeah, 1 City of Brass. Gemstone Mine even more so, I
Yeah.
would argue. Gemstone Mine is a card that, as a survival player, I have a little bit of an allergy to. But if it makes the mana work, it makes the mana work. So we're seeing Glory hit the bin. Glory is now everywhere.
To my team be the glory.
I was going to make some joke about Romans.
Yeah.
You
That's
got-
what you come to the stream for. Bad Bible jokes from me and historical commentary
not
from
the
Fritz
not the
Hoffman.
Roman. No, not the Romans, but Paul's letter to the Romans.
Oh, Lord.
I think this is Romans chapter 8 or chapter 9, where you get into the Christology and the sin of Adam.
And before all of the viewers leave, let's pivot back to the stream. No one's here for Bible commentary. What is that card? Is that a meddling mage?
Yes, that's a meddling mage. It's a heavily altered. It looks like a heavily altered Shards of
board-
Alara meddling
Shards
mage.
of Alara meddling mage?
Which is kind of sick, actually.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go and check out that meddling mage after this game or after this match.
Jordan getting a little bit flooded here, but we've got Fact or Fiction. Got Decree.
A lot of tools here. I think a lot of this starts with casting that Wrath of God that Jordan's been sitting on in hand. But just passing the turn, it's very disciplined play from Jordan here on the Tide side.
Jordan being pretty deliberate with how he's going about this. If Ben gets Karmic Guide here and decides I'm gonna go all in here, that could be really rough though for. And we get Genesis.
And there's Genesis. Yep.
Maybe exactly the card that Ben needs to kind of wrap this game up. It is interesting. The blue-white decks can certainly generate card advantage, but nothing grinds like the green cards in this format.
Oh, nothing grinds like survival. Nothing
Survival
grinds like Call the Herd.
The Enchantresses, you want card advantage
Gaia's
in pre-modern.
Blessing.
You want to grind. You should register some green cards.
Yeah, green is the Morze's color.
Yeah. Nature offers many plentiful things.
Indeed. It's interesting.
Now, you can also pick up this Treva Survival deck seems very up your alley if you like things like touching your deck a lot, because you get to do a lot of it with survival, but you also get to touch your graveyard a lot.
Yeah, you just
it's
get
a
to
zone touching deck.
Yeah, that's what deck touching means. It's just you're moving cards between zones in kind of in ways you have some degree of agency over. And we're gonna
get back
my one of meddling mage. This one of meddling mage is
It's
just
so banger. It's so sweet.
we're gonna see mage naming Wrath of God. Unfortunately, there's not enough mana to protect you from both Plowshares and Wrath.
Sure, but it does make it a lot more of a pain in the ass for Jordan.
100%. So we're going to see Ben yep, we're going to see a trigger there, getting a mana, casting this mage, and we're going to see Foff in response, digging for a counterspell. What's interesting here is
second Wrath.
What's interesting here is because Jordan has avoided playing islands to try and reduce the impact
of carpet.
They've also just made their mana base that much more painful.
Take care, bud.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Of course. Sorry, just grabbing my deck back from someone who borrowed it today. We always love lending out our stuff to new players.
Taking the 4 cards and over the Wrath of God. Of course, Ben doesn't know that Jordan already has a Wrath, but that's both a statement about the relative value of the card. Oh, we also got to name a card with Meddling Mage and find the Sharpie. This month we have some wonderful
little slips of paper.
Yep. Tell us what we're naming here.
Swords to Plowshares.
Naming Plowshares. I think we're just getting hard punished for that.
Yep, indeed we are. Jordan takes 4, really under the gun here.
Speaking of being under the gun, it is important to note that there's only about 7 minutes left in the round here. So
and we've played a game.
We've played 1 game of Magic. Jordan with full grip here.
Land got to shove Wrath of God.
Not playing out the factory here is interesting. You just still have mana count requirements. Wrath of God cast.
This Karmic Guide is going to be a tricky business. Although, relevant Seal?
Follow-up. Seal is the follow-up.
Do you fire off?
Yes.
Yeah, right. So we kill Survival immediately.
I think Survival is a little lower value. I think the card you're actually worried about is Genesis.
Yeah.
I want a Genesis back at Birds here. What's happening? You should jump. I really strongly want a Genesis back at Birds if I'm in Ben's seat. You just want mana. You just need mana.
Like, not casting this Karmic Guide this turn is really tricky. Unless he has a land in hand already. Because that does change the calculus a little bit.
Yeah, if you have land in hand, then I think guaranteeing that you spend all your mana every turn is really important.
We opted to not Genesis.
So what are we deploying here?
Saw Survival when Ben picked up his hand a little bit.
There's
Carpet.
Carpet
Plains,
plus guide.
Plains, Forest
Sure.
does it.
Get Black Meddling Mage.
Get back Mage.
Name Plowshares, I assume. What's awkward here is that you can't pay for the echo cost on the guide. You simply cannot pay for the echo cost in the guide.
That is true. There's also the awkward fact that Genesis can't get back Karmic Guide this turn because you have to choose your target before
your
echo trigger resolves.
At the same time you put the echo trigger on the stack. Yeah.
Boom, boom. How do you make 2 angels here?
I think it wins the game.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha. You can go around the other way.
There's another door. There's another door. There's a door on the other side.
There's a door on the other side of the bar that can get you into the back section. Just trying to direct some people over to the pre-modern area.
Yeah, for people who are not familiar with the layout of Delta B Lab, it can be a little confusing.
For sure.
So we have an activation of 2 4/4 angels. And we're going to see
Genesis, Get Back, Neshoba.
Shoba. And then Karmic Guide resolves. Oh, we gotta pay
Oh.
for the echo
You gotta
trigger.
pay for the Echo.
Yep, and there's no way of paying
Yep.
for the echo trigger.
Given the status of the round, this game might go until until turns.
This game is unlikely to, considering that I think Ben just is kind of cooked here.
A null.
Yeah, Jordan has so many cards in hand. Jordan is going to win this game, and I think we're just going to see a draw in round 3. Ben, Jordan doesn't even need to cast any more spells. You just need to attack twice.
Attack. Yeah,
I wouldn't
play
think
factory attack.
Wouldn't think so hard about it. Just go.
Just attack Jordan.
The Angel's already in the red zone. Get him in there.
Boom. 8 damage.
Half, and now it is 8 all.
All right. Jordan with an absolute grip of counter spells, or of lands. Nothing he can do but attack. Genesising back birds probably as a blocker.
Yeah, and you can do this for a couple turns, but
It adds +1 turn to Jordan's clock, but
yeah, I can't imagine there's much else for you to do. You need to draw like birds plus plow. There's basic islands. There's birds. I think we're just gonna see a swing. You swing. Oh, factory's
no,
factory's a problem.
you would like to not swing, I think, is my position. Jordan, unfortunately, cannot cast any spells because there's a Phantom Neshoba in Ben's hand. Shove.
Yep.
Boom.
I will say the Hunting Grounds does teach you to not play spells during your pre-combat main phase.
It also teaches you, doesn't let you play spells at all.
Yeah, I mean,
All right, Ben decides to buy back Guide.
Buy that Karmic Guide. Draw a card. Oh, did Jordan play a second island, or is there
No,
still
there's only
island?
one still.
Okay, so if Jordan does, so if Ben does draw a land, wait, how is this being cast?
Oh, there is 2 islands.
Oh, where's the second island?
They're
I
both
see
stacked
it.
on top
Oh, yeah,
of
I
each
see.
other.
They're two saga islands. Yeah. I can see that now. So casting the Karmic Guide, getting back a glory. It's funny.
We're almost in time.
Are there any other rounds in progress? This is the last
no.
match.
All right, I will go let them know that they're in time.
So time of the round has been called. Yep. Jordan shoving. Block. Both creatures die.
Don't cast any spells.
Don't cast any spells. Buy back Karmic Guide. Cast Karmic Guide. Get back Glory.
So the thing is here that
Mage is on Plowshares, so no player can cast Plowshares. Here we go. More blockers.
but Jordan has Chain of Vapor counterspell. He can chain one of the flyers, and even if he puts in Phantom Neshoba, he still kills him.
Yeah, I mean, Neshoba can't block. Yeah, Yeah, if you chain glory, yeah, the game does end.
The game does indeed end.
Just don't cast a spell on her after that. So you cast a second spell, the creature you bounced will go back and play. Actually, no. No, it doesn't, because of the way that Chain of Vapor works.
Oh, because you can sack. Is there a spot where you can counterspell without the copy with them not having the flyer in hand? No, they cannot. So
No,
they
because
can put
it
both
happens
creatures
as a
in.
resolution. So, like the copy effect happens after the bounce part happens.
This is brutal.
So we're just seeing looping Karmic Guide, casting Karmic Guide. There's Karmic Guide. Just counterspell one time. No, just it resolves. Just
He has a counterspell in hand.
playing into fear of hunting grounds. Maybe this is a second Foff. I mean, if you Foff into Kree, you win. Or not. Actually, no, you don't. Oh God. Oh, Wrath. Actually, Wrath does it.
There's only one factory in play.
It's turn 5.
Yeah. In insane fashion, Ben Graham.
I think Bennett's got this. It's just, yeah.
Ben, that is 1-0-1 as the report.
I can't report this.
So, report match results.
I can do a custom
0.
one.
Yeah, 1-0-1, wrapping up our last feature. All right, let me go announce top 8.
Yep. Folks, we'll be back right at the top 8 announcement. Don't go anywhere. We got the quarterfinals for you in just a moment here.